Welcome to Healing Words. My name is Maggie Dubris, and my guest today is Swami Brahmdev. He lives and shares a universal spirituality in its widest sense. His simple and deep teachings respect each individual's unique path, and I'm really excited to have him on the show today. What is the purpose of the ashram? What would I do if I went to the ashram?
In India, we use the term ashram for the place where you come to understand and grow your consciousness and to know more about the philosophy of life. It is like a laboratory of life where various people comes with different levels, with different understanding, with different consciousness, with different imaginations, with different notions. And you will be able to improve yourself, you will be able to grow.
Would I need to go to an ashram to do that?
No, ashram is just like it's like a school.
Okay.
It's a school of life, and where you are going, and from there you can collect the informations, you can collect the environment, you can collect many kind of different understandings, different informations. They're able to discover something more, to become more better person.
Okay.
So the idea of the ashram is to how can we become more better than what we are now, and that's all.
So what's better than, like, what sort of things could someone who came to the ashram hope to realize?
We can become better in our understanding, we can become better in our health, we can become better in our consciousness, we can become better in our awareness, we can become better in our thinking, we can become better in our emotional system, we can become better in our vital system. There are so many departments of life, and in every department we have a possibility to become more and more better.
And do you find that you use different tools for each possibility? Like, say I wanted to become better physically, would I be following a different path than if I wanted to have a better heart, have a more open heart? Or is it all connected?
There are various kind of tools available for many things. But the idea is that there are certain things which only if one can enlarge the consciousness, the awareness of life, if one can discover the way to grow the understanding of life. The growth of consciousness, growth of awareness is enough to make you better in all the departments of life, in all the fields of life.
Say I, as an American, come to the ashram,
yes,
and I want to improve my consciousness. What would I do?
Just come with this burning aspiration that I want to progress, I want to grow, I want to become better. If one has this kind of feelings and very strong aspiration, then this is enough, and you will find the way, and you will be able to improve yourself, you will be able to grow.
How did you come to be at the ashram?
With my own search, with my own aspiration, with the very deep need to find something which can give a better understanding of life, and to live for a better purpose.
Did you have a teacher?
I have teacher who is always inside me, my soul, my highest truth, my divinity, my God, whatever. And that teacher is always there guiding, giving advices. But teacher you need when you want to learn. And when you have a learning attitude, you are always all around with the teachers. Your learning attitude is more important. All around you, the whole nature is teaching us. If I have a dynamic, progressive attitude for learning, so every moment I can learn from everything.
What would you say was one of your greatest moments of learning in your life?
When you live in the present moment, you are always living in the greatest moments. Only when you are in a very high duality of life, when you do not know where to go and how to decide, how to take a decision and what for to live, that moment you feel a very strong pressure from your inside.
Yes.
And that pressure, you have to sustain that pressure.
So that pressure makes you grow?
When that pressure, you sustain the pressure, this pressure becomes more bigger. And when it become more bigger, it blasts. And with that, it connects you with the path, it connects you with the source, it connects you with the solution of what you're searching. At least it shows you the direction, give you the direction. In the beginning, there were some moments when there was a very strong pressure of duality, what to do, what for to live this life.
Yes.
And that moment, it was a very hard process, but by the grace, by the nature's blessings, and by your strong determination to discover that what for you want to live, all the solutions comes.
Can I come to this kind of teaching? Do I have to accept a certain religion?
This is science of life, this is knowledge of life. You belongs to any religion. We are not speaking about to promoting religion or criticizing religion or something about religion. We are speaking about life. Life is first. So how to become more better and how to know more better ourselves, that is the subject. If a religion can help me, any religion, one should go and take all the good things from the religions and become better. All the religions, they have very, very beautiful things. But life is not for the religions, they are for the life.
Yeah.
So one should have a very high aspiration something. So then you should be open for everything and you should also close for many things.
Explain that a little.
Open for all the good things, there are so wonderful knowledges, but close also for many things, because there are so many half knowledges are available. So sometimes there are many things which you not want. Everything is not for you. Mostly when we burden ourselves with unwanted needs, we burden ourselves with unwanted emotions, we burden ourselves with unwanted desires. When we burden ourselves with unwanted things, ideas, ambitions, unwanted, just only. So then you become overburdened with so many unwanted thoughts, emotions, impulsions, ideas, ambitions, and then you break your balance with that.
And we're going to take a little break, and we will be right back. And I'd like to talk when we come back about the World Temple.
Okay, thank you.
Access, public access.
Canal de acceso público.
Public access is
one small arena in which people are able to still be a public and form public opinion and make public opinion in public.
My name is Gloria Hartley, and I've been a producer for 3 years at M&N.
I have been a producer at Manhattan Neighborhood Network for 14 years.
Sí, yo estaba aquí durante 13 años, estaba produciendo el programa Dinamismo Hispano.
I'm Edwin Samuelson. I've been a producer at M&N for about a year now.
This is the best access center in the world, right here in New York.
New York is a melting pot, and M&N is part of that melting pot.
Public access gives a voice to many people to basically counteract the way the media is, controlled by politicians and corporations.
En realidad, la importancia de los programas de acceso público es que están en contacto directamente con la comunidad. Toda la información que la comunidad requiere saber.
If one of those 3 bills passes, there won't be any franchise negotiations because there won't be any franchise. It will cease to exist.
So you are cutting off any access to the real opinions of the public or anyone that has any dissent.
M&N needs to be here as an arena where there is public communication, and that everybody who uses it has to be one of the defenders, one of the protectors.
Welcome back to Healing Word. We were just talking about sort of how to grow and what to let into your consciousness. And one thing I'd really like to know about is the World Temple. What is the World Temple?
The World Temple is one part of the project of our Aurovalley Ashram. The idea of Aurovalley Ashram is to have a place which belongs to all those who are searching for the progress, for the growth, for the discovery of life. This place not belongs to any religion or any culture, any philosophy. It belongs to the knowledge of life and how to enlarge our understanding and capacities and how to become more and more aware of all what this life is. To enter into this process of discovering yourself, we are doing there different kind of experiments. We have experiment with the children, with the new education system. We are giving them the free environment, freedom to discover.
Is this in India?
It is in India. This Aurovalley, it is in India, in the north of India, about 6 hours from New Delhi.
Okay.
The place is Rishikesh. It is very famous, Rishikesh, Haridwar, and this Aurovalley is in between both places. We are also working with the health system, with the natural ways and a little bit Ayurvedic, and just to discover the health from your inside. And that is the conscious spiritual way of healing.
Do you have a physical place, like a clinic or a hospital?
A small clinic for the Ayurvedic practices, and we have doctor and dispensary for the community people to give them free medicine and free service. And we have one open environment, very beautiful environment, natural healing. All the atmosphere, all the compound of Aurovalley is full of a healing power. The presence of peace, actually the peace is the first need for the healing. When you enter into the vicinity of the ashram, immediately you can first contact of you is with the peace. And even without your knowledge, without your asking, peace starts working in you. And you start healing, start getting the beautiful feeling of healing. We have very strong living presence of the healing force. Healing force it exists in the universe, it exists everywhere, it exists in the body, it exists in the all environment outside. And somewhere with the system of living, this healing power exists more. When you not disturb, when you not become very unnatural, artificial, against nature, there are all the healing forces, they exist there.
What sort of things do people come to be healed of? Are there specific things like cancer or HIV or eye problems?
There are endless problems and diseases of this kind of, but there are certain kind of mental, emotional, vital disturbances. Sometimes our physical is very unbalanced. Sometimes mind is very unbalanced. Sometimes emotional system is very unbalanced. Sometimes you have many internal, physical, mental, this kind of problems. But whatever problems are there, the force of peace, the force of the presence of the environment, and all the healing forces, they do their work. They give you a little touch, little healing touch. According to your receptivity to digest this peace and presence, it works, it helps. Actually, there is nothing which you cannot heal. When there is a disease, there is a solution also of the disease. Disease born from inside, solution is also of every problem is inside.
That's interesting.
And the knowledge which we have is very limited. We are just with the 5, 6, 7, 10% knowledge we are making all the solutions and making all the conclusions. But endless knowledge is there. Inside. And the more you know about you, the more you know, more you're connected with your inner life, the more you can discover the solution of everything. Consciousness is one of the highest powerful healing power.
Yeah.
With consciousness one can heal everything. And this is the, I think, the future solution of all our problem is to heal with consciousness.
Now, the World Temple, is that going to be a specific, is it a building or is it an idea?
The World Temple is a one dream, discovering the highest potentials of life. It is an idea to reduce the period of learning.
Okay.
Is how can we minimize the time period of learning? Because in the present system of life, you see how the world is, technologies and so many things, they are reducing everything.
Yeah.
Now the whole world is just in your pocket.
Right, sure.
And when these are the symptoms which we are seeing, that how we have the possibilities, potential, we can reduce everything. When we can reduce everything, we can reduce the time period of learning also. Like we send to the children to the school 10 years, 15 years, 16 years to learn there. And that is the most precious period of life.
Right.
And when we send 16 years, 15 years, 20 years to a child to the school, then he learns something and he misses much more than.
Yeah.
What he learned comparatively, he missed much more, and that is the only period of when you need to learn all those things.
Right.
There are systems out there, only we are slow to discover the systems, but one day we will discover. This World Temple is one experiment to discovering a system. The idea is that instead of going 10, 15, 20 years to the school, you enter into one system, and that which you are learning in 20 years, you can learn in 5 years.
Oh, interesting, okay.
You can learn in, so this is just a laboratory of that, where different steps are there: mental field,
Okay.
physical field, vital field, psychic field, spiritual field. And when you will enter into that, into the World Temple process, on each step of you, there will be a challenge,
Okay.
there will be a duality, you have to choose,
Okay.
you have to refuse, and you have to discover, you have to face the challenge. And when the idea is that on each step give you the challenge and give you the solution also, to face the challenge. And with that, you have a choice also to choose and refuse the possibilities what you want. So on different spheres, on the mental levels, on the physical levels, on the emotional levels, on the psychic levels, on the spiritual levels, and one can grow mental, emotional, physical, psychic and the spiritual portions of life, capacities of life. Then with that, you, in every field of life, you will be a successful person. You will manage the life. You know how to face the life, how to manage the life.
Yeah.
And the idea of World Temple is to give you a knowledge of life which is missing in the schools. Because in the schools we learn physics, chemistry, music, carpenter, or geography, history. That is okay, that is very good. But the main basic knowledge of life is missing. We do not know whole life, what mind is, how to manage the emotions, how to manage the mental impulsions, how to control this mental jumps, and we confuse ourselves because we do not know how to manage them.
Right.
And how to handle this all forces which we have inside. That is very clear that a knowledge of life is missing in the world. If one has a knowledge of life, if you are living with the good understanding of your life, then you can heal yourself, you can discover all the solutions of everything, and you have no need to cry and complain for many things. If you know the knowledge of life, you can manage the life with smiles.
Yeah.
You can manage everything with the smile and gratitude instead of crying and complaining. So instead, the idea is that if we have a knowledge of life, then there is no place anything can disturb your balance, break your balance.
Okay. Now, would someone have to start as a child at the World Temple, or could adults benefit as well?
We are all child. Child means not only when you are 2 years old, 3 years old. Child is one of the most, child means when you are innocent, when you are natural, and when you are simple. It means child, you are a child. When your naturality, when your simplicity, when your innocence disappears, then you are not a child. So, and these are the so beautiful natures. We should always live with our natural nature. We should always live with our innocent nature. We should always live with our simplicity.
Yeah.
So we can live always like a child.
So anyone could.
Anyone can.
benefit.
Yes, no age group, nothing. Whenever you feel the need to enter into this process, or to know about it, or to discover yourself, you're welcome.
Does the World Temple kind of already exist? It exists as a dream. Is it going to exist as a physical place, or will it exist as a system of learning instead?
Yes, at present it exists in the subtle world. It exists also in the dreams, and it is little bit also existing in the physical world.
Oh, it is?
Yes, and it is under process. And
where will it be located? In India?
It is in the same premises of Aurovalley Ashram.
Okay.
It is there. That is the first laboratory, first place, first experiment there. It is in a little bit in a slow process of becoming.
The ashram in India is in a very special healing place, and I understand you also have a center in Colombia, or
yes,
in Colombia. Can you tell me a little about that?
Same experiment like what we are doing there, with the healings, with the growth of consciousness, and then slowly from last 4 years in that country, we able to build one very beautiful place like Aurovalley Ashram in India.
Do you ever think you'll build a place like that in the United States?
I not plan anything, I not expect anything, I exist here. And if any nature open any doors for this, create any opportunity for this, we like to do everywhere the good things.
Yeah.
Because humanity everywhere searching and suffering.
Yes.
The idea is that the solution is there. Everything is there. And how to establish good places which can reduce the human problems, human sufferings. And in your country, in America, if any chance is there to do something good, we like to do it here.
So really any place in the world that the opportunity arose, you would be open to?
The whole world is actually a family.
Yeah.
The world is so small now. And only if we can see with a very good consciousness, then you never found there are divisions and you are separate from something, and this is your and this is not your.
Yeah.
All world is one, whole world is a family. We are all one, suffering with all the same similar problems, everything. And there are certain cultures who having a very deep information of life, very high knowledge of life.
Yeah.
And I think it's good they should spread this knowledge everywhere, and the world should be open for all that, and that is the way to make the world more better.
Oh, that's so great. This is really great. Our viewers are going to be so excited to learn about the ashram and the teachings. Thank you so much for appearing on this show. It's been really wonderful. Till next time.
Thank you.
Flowing and growing, the river is flowing, 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 flowing and growing. Oh, mother, carry me, your child I will always be. Oh, mother, carry me, your child I will always be. Oh, mother, carry me, your child I will always be. Oh, mother, carry me, your child